Hey everybody, this is Terrastorm360 coming to you with a video review for Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Voyager Powerizer class Starscream. This is one of my weekly videos, weekend videos, so because I'm very busy next week and I won't be able to do videos then, but the second week I will be available to do more videos, so I want to do these pretty slow because I have a ton of stuff to review. And I also have gonna do one very early. I'm gonna wake up early in the morning tomorrow, so I'll post that up. Just expect that. So here we have Starscream. His miss. I was I had to wait for this figure, so here's a nice photo of Starscream right there, looking sinister as possible. And if you look right there, his insignia, Decepticon insignia is red. I wonder why. I thought it was blue. No, I mean purple. Sorry. I'm just tired, so. Here we have his Norway cannon, hub, his fighter jet mode, snap-on missiles. I'm happy because those are single, only one missile. And people, I've heard, I'll get to those feet later, blah blah blah, Facebook, Transformers.com, and YouTube. And his technical data says his strength is 8, intelligence is 7, speed is 9, endurance of 6, rank of 9, courage of 3. Well, there's a reason for his sucky courage. Fire blast of 9 and skill of 10. So he's pretty good. And let me read the Starscream hasn't survived this long simply by running away every time he might lose a fight. Every retreat is a calculated risk designed to fulfill a greater purpose. It is even often when his enemies believe he is winning that Starscream turns back and finishes them off. So that's pretty much he'll just kill you behind you, think you're dead. He's and all that. Up here, I don't know why they call him Voyager. Everyone complained about that, so. Okay, here's the main figure, Starscream. Lower him down. Okay, so I'm gonna state the obvious stuff. I'm gonna have to admit, this Power Razor weapon is awesome. Although I know it doesn't go all the way. I've heard people do that. Similar to Optimus Prime's, but it's just retooled differently. And there's like missile pods right there, so that that's good. And they should make these bits translucent so they can actually go through the weapon and light that up, because only this section lights up, which sucks. And this peg's terrible. I'll get to that later too. So you can see this is a different colored jet as the usual one, and it's a little bulky on the side, but yeah, I care about those, but I don't too much though. But then his nose cone is kind of bent though, due to the packaging. The packaging's okay though, but you see I've sharpied sharpied the missiles, so they're a little bit good, and it stays on pretty well. So I I encourage everyone is encouraged to do that. So get that stinking weapon out of the way, and let's transform him. So obvious, he's easier. Just pull this up, his little dangly feet. And yes, everyone's gonna complain about the legs. They are just terrible. But I have to admit they're kinda good for stability. So just unplug these. Well, I'll just finish the legs though. So you have these plastic rubber up here. Then his little high heel feet. Then there's controversy about the footing. I believe you can put them up like this though, but it just makes everyone will complain about it being junky. So I'm just gonna flat them out right there. So if you guys don't mind that, so. Okay, let me get up to the upper torso area. Lift this camera a little. For this, I've lifted this down, so that's done. So it clinches down right there. Take these missiles out. Then you just divide this apart, and then you'll get. Hey, look, it's Starscream. His head's upside down, but nevertheless, you just move that up, cone shape there, and you lift it up. He has no locking mechanism whatsoever for his waist. So then you twist his head. Then his hands are pretty basic. You just lift the shoulder bit up, twist his hand right there, lower it down, shrink the fin. Do the same to the other. Oh yeah, his chest bit, his stars. Let me do this off screen quickly, so. How about this guy's, there. I got it there, so I'm just fiddling around with it. And believe it or not, guys, here's Starscream. So, I have a few thoughts on this figure, though. So, they got his lengthy, skinny look to him, as properly shown. Well, it's just his feet are the problem, but if you're doing a mega pose, I think you could. He has nice stability there. These, it's just the rubber. They can be very pointy, though. I see why they're spiky. Not that, but they've not made it very hard plastic. His abdomen is okay. His powers are gimmick. One of his gimmicks are in here. If you take his power as a weapon, shove it in his back where it would have been, though. His chest lights up. I'm doing it the wrong way, though, but. Okay, so his middle chest, so it's supposed to represent his insignia, though. But anyway, here's his missiles. I've colored them red. What I think I told you. But before that, I'm not gonna. I did paint his little thingy with a Sharpie, which is permanent really well. It stays on though, and you like it. So I have my biggest complaint for this figure is pretty much his porthole right here. He fits his missiles pretty well, but I'm just telling you, this peg on this Powerizer weapon's too big, and I don't think you could see it on this camera, but he is developing stress marks in his, and they're gonna break. So I may buy another one just to not have any breaks in it though, cause this toy was a week new, so I'm really mad about them not shaving. I'm gonna probably shave this thing or something, the peg off, so it would fit in nice and well without snapping anything. As you can, I'll just put the missiles on. That's a nice touch for him though, so put that in, and so you get a nice little Starscream. If you put this on storage, I guess, you get this weird junk on him. It's stable. He has nice stability though. He can hold up his own weight. Now let's give a size comparison. Let's put him to Megatron. We put his butterfly wings back here. You can tell. I know his legs are bent. That's what I think Starscream's supposed to be, though. I'm gonna give his feet a little bit more stability. And yes, I make him squat down to make him a little more size accurate to the show, though. But some people, I've heard some people say this the Starscream figure is way too big for size, and it just kills his size. But I think it's just his head. See, it's just his head's very, it's it's hunched over, so I don't see the problem. So he's a good size. So I'm gonna watch him. He looks pretty ugly with that Powerizer weapon on him, though. So I don't. I'll just show you guys that right now quickly. I don't like using this weapon now because it's just too big for him. Voila, his accurate weapon. Oh, I've also known if you watch the E3 conference, there's going to be a Transformers Prime game, which I'm excited to buy. And also, I'm going to wait for The Amazing Spider-Man to come out next month, so I'm happy. And I got the game. Well, let me get my 3DS. This came out yesterday, the demo for The Amazing Spider-Man, so I think it's really good, very nice demo. I encourage you to download it now. Other than that, here we have him next to Soundwave. I know he's not size accurate to Soundwave, but you can actually shrink him though, so there's no objection to that. Then you would have him with Knockout. And then I got this on Tuesday, the Viacon, the cheapo, cause I'm gonna say this right now and the review too for this guy tomorrow, that he is very pricey on eBay and other places, and I got this guy, and I was lucky to find this guy for $12 at a Target, so I'm happy about that. So let's move those are currently the only auto Decepticons that are out right now. The only ones I've heard right now they're gonna be making is a Dreadwing, Voyager, and a Arachnid, which I'm hoping to buy, and all. And Dead End is like a repaint of Wheeljack. So his articulation's pretty good. Let me move it. Nicely painted face. It looks very accurate too. If I look at the Starscream for the first edition, I don't really think he's that accurate. I may get bad comments about that, but seriously, I just think this head's better. His head goes 360 around. It's on a nice little ball joint, goes up and down. I don't see Starscream like that, though. I don't see his head stuck up. I see it more squatted down. His arm articulation is kind of good. You can do 360, but if you do it alone, this chest piece may pop off, so you gotta be careful. His skinny arms can do it. Turn. His hand is ball jointed, which is good. No, and he can do the chicken hop. It's very loose down here though, but if he's in position, he's good. I think he's good. So his feet are on a swivel joint and a strong. These are kind of a tad bit loose though, but his heel can do this. There. So. And let me see if I could pose him quickly though. Come on, I could do this. Okay. I got this. I got this. Give me the power. His joints are okay though, but it's just. There, you have him kneeling. He has very good stability. And there's Megatron right there again, so you can show his reverence to Starscream. So, final thoughts on this figure. I really like him. This is a good Starscream to buy, though. the first edition one is okay to buy, but I didn't get them yet though. Although people say that is a good version of them though. So this is a good one to work on though. If you I really highly recommend this one too. If you the first edition, obviously the first edition's gone from the stores though, but correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a very good figure despite having weak Power Razor holes. So until next time, this has been Sora from Tailstorm 360 signing out.